People that work or have worked in bikini waxing salons, what is the worst/disturbing experience you have come across while giving someone a bikini wax? NSFW. I have one. A girl came into my salon a month before she got married. She had never groomed her pubic hair and claimed to be a virgin. She wanted to be waxed right before her wedding. Completely natural, right? I recommended she get a wax now, and another before the big day since there was no way of knowing how her prized lady bits would react to the wax. She declined and set an appointment 3 days before her wedding. Fair enough. When she came back, I was not prepared for the amount of pubic hair she had. It was unusual for a fair-skinned blonde client to have long coarse black hair. But whatever, it's my job. So I trim her up, clean her, and prepare to wax her. Again, she had ungodly amounts of dark hair. Even trimmed, her skin was barely visible. So after inspecting her and not seeing any issues, I begin waxing. I shit you not, she had skin tags and perturbing moles that I did not see before starting. A skin tag is fleshy deposit of excess skin. They have a ton of causes, but they're often in places that sweat or rub a lot. Common on larger people, though average and thin people get them too. They usually aren't painful unless they're messed with, like trying to pop it like a pimple, scratching, attempting to remove it. You know, stuff like that. To get to the point, I pulled a strip from her labia area, and pulled off about 20 skin tags. She yelled. The entire salon heard. And then she started bleeding. Like gushing blood. We know how to handle bleeding pores, but I had never heard of this. So we're both screaming and crying and I have to call her an ambulance because she would not stop bleeding. I thought I almost killed her. Maybe not the grossest story, but it was traumatic. I changed professions soon after. I imagine her wedding night wasn't magical either. Edit. What I perceived to be skin tags could very well have been HPV. That being said, her client info form indicated she had no known illness or conditions. Also, I've waxed a few warts before. Sometimes they tear or even bleed, but they don't come off intact the way these did. Yes, obviously the room and equipment was fully sanitized after the incident. An ambulance is expensive here, in the States, but it was a necessary call. She was still bleeding heavily when the EMTs arrived and it's the responsibility of the business, from what I understand. I wasn't fired, I didn't get in any trouble, but I did feel guilty so I voluntarily stood before my state board and told them what happened. It was fine. No repercussions. I never heard from her again, though we did attempt to contact her to check in. Nada? Yes, she was a little fat. I would say overweight, but not obese. Her hygiene seemed fine, but maybe not.